Hello, everyone. My name is King Liao, the head of FinTech with Invest Hong Kong. First of all, I want to share with you how excited we are in joining force with ITC, Intact Connects, and also DIA, Digital Insurance Agenda from Amsterdam, in this World Tour initiative that basically span across 35 cities around the world. The reason why we are so excited is because insurance sector is such an important sector in Hong Kong, in which in recent years, we've been talking to a lot of stakeholders in the ecosystem, in which many insurance companies have been telling us that they would like to basically open their eyes and see what's out there, the best and the brightest of InsurTech around the world, and also to help them to get access to some of the leading InsurTechs so that the large insurance companies have more choices. And also, as a result, they can also help enrich the ecosystem. And again, the market in Hong Kong is a pretty sizable market. It's around 580 billion Hong Kong dollars. It works out to be around 74 billion US dollars of gross premium market size in the year 2019. Now, so as a result, we just so excited that today we have a very exciting program that consists of 3 parts. In the first part, we had the privilege to invite some of the great experts in the InsurTech space to share with us some of the recent thinking and market trends, in which our speakers basically covered from the regular side to the investor corporate side, as well as from the startup side that represent both B2C and B2B. Now, so with that sort of panel discussion to kick off the event today, the second part of today's session would also talk about I would say, showcase, some of the very exciting, innovative InsurTechs in the form of online competition, in which you're able to see each of the contestants, each of the 7 contestants showing off what they have to offer. And then in the end, we're going to announce who will be the winner among the 7. And last but not least, we have a short session in which you're able to do some networking virtually on the platform, so that that also helps us to reach out and get connected with a lot of the smart folks in this space. Now, so without further ado, I just want to quickly introduce our distinguished speakers today. So we have Mr. Tony Chan, who's Associate Director representing our local insurance regulator, Insurance Authority. And he has been a major force to help Hong Kong to basically push the whole InsurTech agenda in terms of InsurTech forward. So we are very glad to have Tony to join us and share his views. And then we also have Karim Herjir, who's basically heading up the Intact fund, the Intact Ventures, as well as the new entity established in Hong Kong, in which I don't want to steal his thunder. He's going to share with us about the exciting things that Karim is doing for Intact in Hong Kong. And then we also have Alvin Kwok, who's the founder and the CEO with One Degree, another very exciting local InsurTech that basically have the business in B2C and B2B. So again, there's some exciting sharing coming from Alvin. And last but not least, we have Thomas Halup, who's the CEO and founder of Cover Gold, another basically fast-growing InsurTech that Hong Kong is very proud of, in which they are already expanding beyond Hong Kong. So someone that is a big, we are a big fan of Thomas. Now, so with that, I don't want to steal the thunder from all these experts. So perhaps since the regulator is really taking a lead to help us to push this whole InsurTech agenda forward, perhaps we can start with Tony by having him to share a few thoughts with us. Now, essentially, it's a tough job, but as a regulator, and also with the hats of being the facilitator push this whole InsurTech agenda forward, you are basically trying to promote innovation and at the same time trying to manage the risks to protect the consumers. So it's a tough job to sort of balance the two. So I know that you guys have been working really hard to try and balance these two, and with a number of initiatives. So with that, so can you share with us about what are the more signature initiatives in which you would like to share with your audience? So Tony, off to you.
Okay. So thank you for inviting me to join this panel. So we are glad to have shared with all of you about the initiative of the insurance authority here, particularly in the development of the InsurTech in Hong Kong. So firstly, I would like to emphasize that from a regulatory perspective, there is not much regulatory hurdle for insurers in Hong Kong to adopt technology. So actually, there has been a number of insurers here investing in technology to improve customer experience and operation efficiency over the years. But for the IA, we adopt the principle of technology neutral. Of course, we need to strike a balance between prudential supervision as well as innovations. The only consideration for us is policyholder protection. So in some cases, insurers may want to adopt technology solutions to comply with some of our guidelines, and particularly those relating to the selling processes. So in order for them to demonstrate to us that they can comply with our guidelines, we allow them to test their solutions under our InsurTech sandbox. Insurers need to demonstrate there have been adequate measures for the protection of their consumers and broadly comply with our supervisory requirements under the sandbox trial. So we would just allow them to use the technology to have an alternate compliance, what we call the alternate compliance. So not necessary to be fully compliant with our guidelines, but if broadly compliant with the objective of our guidelines, then we will allow them to use the technology to do all the innovations. So take a recent example recently, where we allow insurers to use video conferencing tool for online distribution of certain life insurance products because of the restriction of the face-to-face interaction of selling insurance during this hard time of the COVID-19. So while we note that there may be some potential impediments in a non-face-to-face setting of the insurance distribution using the video conferencing, that may be caused by intermittent interruption during the sales process and inability to physically and instantly share the selling documents. So we allow these means of the video conferencing for selling insurance to be tested under our sandbox. To facilitate this, we have already set out clear guidance on how potential impediments in a non-face-to-face setting of selling insurance through the video conferencing. So at the end, we also require insurance company to do the video recording of all the selling processes in order for the protection of their consumers. So regarding the video conferencing tool for online distribution, we also support the initiative of the Hong Kong Federation of Insurance to provide a shared platform of similar video conferencing tools. This would also provide a better playing field for those small insurers who may not be able to adopt their own proprietary tools here. So basically, we very much hope that this kind of the sharing concept, particularly through the technology, can be applied in other applications. So we are look forward to more innovation in the area of this kind of technology. So thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Tony. Well, first of all, it's very difficult to get hold of Tony and his team, because these guys are always on the run to try to basically, on the one hand, do their job as a regulator, but at the same time trying to understand the needs of the industry. So that's why I think for those of you who have not been got a chance to talk to IA, so Tony is your man. All right. Now, so very quickly, I just want to move to Kareem, because again, I'm also have been following InsurTech, I think since probably middle part of last year, and I have numerous conversations with Kareem, again, trying to learn more about InsurTech, about all these amazing things that the company has been doing in Canada, being a pioneer as a technology-driven insurance company, and also as a very active investor into InsurTech, just basically pushing the envelope of innovation. Now, so with that, Now, obviously, the one thing that I really want to pick the brain of Kareem is I understand that you guys are working very closely with the insurance regulator in Canada, because obviously, the future is still to be written. So you guys are working very closely with the regulator to sort of chart out the future of how insurance will play out over time. Now, so with that, I just want to invite Kareem to share your thoughts and also experience about how you guys work with the regulator, sort of as a partnership, as opposed to regulatee kind of relationship. And then perhaps we can also learn from you, from your experience, so that our local InsurTech can also work more closely with Tony's team, so that we can basically push the whole innovation envelope further. So with that, I would like to hear from Kareem about this experience. So Kareem, off to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, King. And, I like a lot of what Tony said. I've, only recently moved to Hong Kong 11 months ago, so I'm not as familiar with the regulatory mechanisms here in Hong Kong, but I think a lot of what Tony articulated is exactly what you want to see within a regulatory framework. In Canada, we were a part of the ING group, and 11 years ago, during the last financial crisis, we spun out and became an independent entity traded in Canada, and we rebranded ourselves as Intact. And at that point, I think we made some very key strategic decisions that really helped advance our solutions, advance our strategy, and build our regulatory framework in Canada as well. The first is, in terms of our values that we built, having customer driven right at the top was one of the first things that we chose to do at Intact. And we recognized early on that, overall, the experience that insurance companies and brokers globally, whether it's in Hong Kong, Canada, or elsewhere, are providing consumers really just isn't, it's not cutting it. And consumers aren't comparing us to one another anymore. They're comparing us to the experience that they have on their cell phones with other marketplaces, et cetera. And the industry overall just needed to step up. And based on, our philosophy and our value of being customer driven, we knew that not only did we need to adapt and we needed to do a lot of things internally, which we can talk about, but we also needed to help the regulator as well in terms of responding to these customer driven needs. And to be clear, it's not one regulator in Canada. We have 10 regulators in 10 different provinces, plus a federal regulator as well. So it's a little bit more complicated than just talking to one body. I think the one thing that we tried to do was, as we started seeing emerging trends happening, we invited the regulator in so that they could understand our thought process well in advance of us actually standing in front of them, asking for changes to the regulation. And I'll give you a few examples of what I mean. 4 years ago, I remember standing in front of the regulatory body in Ontario, talking to them about the difference in machine learning and artificial intelligence in other industries, and how we were thinking about incorporating machine learning in insurance pricing in Canada. And we were the first insurer to actually get that approved within Canada as well. 5 years ago, when the sharing economy was becoming popular south of the border, and you had companies like Uber and Turo starting to operate in Canada, they needed an insurance solution because the complexity of what they were offering and the notion of personal use vehicles being used both for commercial and personal use just was not contemplated. We sat with the regulators in 4 provinces and got an innovative solution covered so that all rides were automatically insured through the sharing economy, et cetera. Digital proof of insurance, telematics, the examples go on and on. But I can tell you in each one of these cases, it was not a last minute effort of trying to get something approved by a regulator. It was proactive communication early on. And I think we've also been fortunate that the regulator or the regulators in Canada have started seeing these emerging trends, and they're starting to understand that their role also needs to evolve, where primarily they're focused on protecting the consumer, which shouldn't change, and it should remain their primary focus. But also in terms of meeting the evolving consumer needs, they also need to start becoming more flexible and thinking about jointly how we could understand what the consumer needs are and start presenting solutions that consumers do demand. And I think, in Canada, we're still moving along the way. It's still not 100% perfect, but I think we've moved quite a bit further over the last 5 years than where we started initially.
Wow, this is a lot. I'm sure that we can arrange some further meetings to pick the brain of Kareem. again, this is definitely the kind of insights that we need to help us to grow and mature as a market. Now, so I guess I would like to change gear quickly and to go back to Tony again, because again, you know, the guys at the Insurance Authority has been just doing so many things at the same time, and one of the many things that they're doing is to essentially have the framework to fast track the license approval process, you know, for the digital insurer. And since December of 2018, basically 4 licenses have been granted. So again, I just want to perhaps hear from Tony. So obviously, this is something that on the one hand, this is like a global trend, but I'm sure that, you know, from the regulator perspective, you should have some expectation about the kind of impact you're expecting from this new entrance in the market. So can you share your thoughts with the audience about what are the things that you're looking for from the new players?
Okay, so actually we believe that technology will help broadening financial inclusiveness, serving the underserved market segments, offering innovative products, promoting a more balancing market landscape or market profiles by offering more protection types insurance product. And at the end, all these attributes will enhance the consumer experience. So we hope that virtual insurer, which is also the digital insurers, will bring in all these attributes into the market. So we also hope that with the competition of virtual insurers here, that will stimulate other traditional insurance companies to have a faster pace to invest in technology. So through the competition, we also want all those insurers to give a faster pace to adopt more technology, and at the end, we'll protect the consumers in Hong Kong. So right now we have, as King said, we have already authorized 4 virtual insurers. 2 are from life companies, 2 are from non-life. So actually we have Elephant here, which is from 1 Degree, is also one of the 4 virtual insurers carrying on a non-life insurance segment. So each of the virtual insurers here has its own peculiarities as well as special strength. So for those live virtual insurers, we see that they are offering products with simple structure and high protection. That is maybe term life, medical insurance product. This will enhance the financial inclusiveness and narrow the protection gap in Hong Kong. So for those non-life virtual insurers, we see that they are offering innovative insurance products, helping a more diversified line of business, driving for sustainable market growth from the non-life sector. As we currently in Hong Kong, the non-life insurance markets are concentrated in those of property damage and all those statutory lines of motor and employees compensation business. So with the non-life virtual insurance, they offer innovative products so that there will be some organic growth in other line of the business, and also offer different types of the product to the consumer for their better choices of insurance product. So for the virtual insurers, such as one Degree here, they are coming from the tech firms, so that their value proposition is not just on insurance business, but also providing technology solutions to other insurance companies in Hong Kong as well. So they are not the competitors of the insurers, they are partnering with other insurance companies to cultivate synergies with their partners along their entire value chain. So apart from providing insurance services, they also provide technology innovative services to other stakeholders in the ecosystem. So they are in fact actually acting as a dual role capacity as insurer as well as solution provider to other insurers. So we very much hope that with the virtual insurers penetrating in the Hong Kong insurance market, they will help build up a healthy and sustainable ecosystem in the fintech development here. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Tony. I mean, this is great to hear from the mouth of the regulator. Now, I guess as Tony just alluded to, the next person I would like to sort of draw on your experience and expertise is Alvin, the founder and of One Degree. Again, I've been sort of following the ads of the One Degree, the pet insurance for some time. And for those of you who live in Hong Kong, you should see like Alvin and his co-founder with the dog, everywhere. They've been doing this ads everywhere. Now, but then, advertising aside, from my understanding, I guess you guys have been doing really well. You're getting great traction on your pet insurance product offering. And this is, in a way, this is not something new. Other insurance companies, the incumbents, have offered this in the past like 10 years, but then they haven't really cracked it. But you guys seems to find that sort of like secret formula that you essentially get the great traction in a matter of a few months, past few months. So Alvin, I just want you to help share the sort of, the secret sauce to our audience and tell us why you have been so successful with the pet insurance.
Yeah, thanks a lot, King, and thanks a lot for the organizing committee about this. So yeah, indeed, it is very exciting that we unlock the potential of the pet insurance market. That really has been underserved in the last 10 years. As Tony just mentioned, there are a lot of protection gaps, and they're one of them, and there are more exciting other products to come soon as well. So the secret sauce, if I may categorize it, I think is that we really are taking the Silicon Valley process and approach to the insurance market and really achieve the product market fits. Indeed, when we first talked about the pet insurance idea a couple of years ago, there are a lot of doubters. They say the several insurers who have really tried in the last 10 years and there's no markets. And when we first started launching the product, quite frankly, initially the volume is indeed very small. But what we did is that we quickly gather user data, understand the pain points, and with 10,000 and by now 100,000 type of quotations, then we quickly do product iteration. Pretty much the frequency of that, we're talking about a small release every other week and a major release in every 2 months. And in the first major iteration, we achieved 3 times growth in the conversion rate. In the second iteration, we really unlocked the cat market, which nobody have really done that before. And we achieved 10 times growth in the daily volume. And this is really made possible because of the mindset and also a very flexible underlying core system. And I'm really grateful that Insurance Authority has the vision to really make this with the industry practitioner to make it work together.
Great. Yeah, I think this is a great story that we keep on asking Alvin to tell the world. He's, again, definitely a great success story for Hong Kong. Now, I guess since we talked a little bit about the B2C side, I want to invite Thomas to cover the B2B side and share with the audience about your success story too. Again, first of all, congratulations for closing another round of funding recently. And I know that you've been busy just expanding your map across Asia Pacific, not just Hong Kong. So all the great news basically center on the fact that I think you guys are very proud about how user-friendly your B2B platform is. Now, but I guess for those of you who are on the call who are not very familiar with Cover Gold, so perhaps I'd like to invite Thomas to talk a little bit about what your solution does and also why you've been so successful in signing up clients. So Thomas, well, you're on mute.
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, King, for the introduction. So yeah, I mean, you are absolutely right. We have been growing very fast recently. We have also closed our funding round and managed to expand outside of Hong Kong. So now we already cover Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and also Australia, US, Canada. So we are really expanding even outside of Asia. And how it's possible, what we actually provide. So we have built a fully configurable modular no-code platform that basically allows insurance companies to innovate and to transform digitally, especially now in the current environment with COVID-19. There is so much pressure on insurance companies to launch products, to digitize processes, to automate processes, to provide a digital experience to their intermediaries, to their customers, to do self-servicing, instant quoting, underwriting, all these things. So I think this is one of the reasons, why we are now getting really, lots of traction, lots of new clients. So CoverGo is an end-to-end solution where we basically allow companies to build their own front-end applications, such as agent portals, broker portals, client portals, admin portals, affinity, partnership sites, distribution portals, bank assurance portals. So it's probably the most flexible solution in the market that allows us companies, to provide very custom digital insurance experience to all the stakeholders. And at the same time, we also provide very modular backend, really using the latest technology, microservices, Docker containers. So it's end-to-end backend, with all the modules you need to operate as a digital insurance. So actually, our goal is to help insurance companies to transform and basically become digital insurers of tomorrow. So yeah, this is what we have been working on. And also, maybe one more interesting fact about our platform is APIs. So we have the most comprehensive set of APIs in the market, more than 400 insurance APIs. So these APIs also have loads of use cases. So yes, thanks to this, we are now able to work with both GI, general insurers, life insurers, also MGAs, even brokers, bank assurance. In terms of products, for example, to just show you a bit more about the flexibility of the solution. So for example, we have already worked on travel, home, car insurance, personal accident, health insurance, group medical, export credit insurance, public liability, financial lines, life insurances such as term life, whole life, endowment, savings. So all sorts of products. So this shows the flexibility of the platform, already supporting all the types of products. And you mentioned the no-code approach, the full configuration. So yeah, this is thanks to this, it's possible. And we believe that the future of insurance, how insurance applications will be built, how products will be built, is really through full configuration. Now, most insurance companies are still, very stuck in their legacy systems, and it takes them lots of time to innovate and, to digitize their business, to launch new products. So with a new approach to building apps through full configuration, companies can provide custom personalized experience, but at the same time, very fast to market. So you don't need to do any custom coding. So yeah, we are very excited about this, this movement, and yeah, this is something that we really focused on. So I think that's probably explains why the platform is so user-friendly, allowing business users to basically operate the platform instead of developers. Yeah.
Great. Thanks for sharing, Thomas. I guess every time I talk to you, I listen to you, you get something new. So I learned something new again this time.
Yeah. As you can imagine, we have been very busy. We are very busy, building solutions.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, I think I got an email from Thomas like 4 a.m. or something this morning. So this guy never sleeps. Okay. Now, very quickly, I want to get another perspective from Alvin, because I still remember at least 2-3 years ago when I talked to Alvin, that then you told me a story that you went to the US, you spent half a year there, talked to all the smart guys in InsurTech, and then you came back to decide that you want to build a platform that is nothing of its kind at the time. So again, besides your very exciting, fast-growing B2C business, you also have the B2B business. So can you share with our audience about what's the positioning of your B2B, and also by wearing both hats, B2C and B2B, so would that help you in making the solution more different or more differentiated compared to other solutions in the market? So Alvin, perhaps you can share and say a few words.
Sure. Yeah, I think by going through the entire B2C product launch and marketing, customer acquisition, the claims, the process, end-to-end process, I think we really get what is the pain points of that, and what does it take for the system to really enable you. It's not just a cost center, but rather to make it an engine that enables exciting innovation and also growth opportunity. I think this is what the B2C journey has really get us to. And in fact, for the core system, we have really built it. We have the first system, we throw it away, second system, throw it away, third system. So we really, iterating the products based on the B2C experience. And with that, now our core system is so flexible that you can do drag and drop features. What does it mean? It means that you can add and remove a product feature with just a few clicks. And because what our mission really is to uplift the industry standard, and not just for our B2C product, but also we will be really happy if more and more insurers can uplift the standard as well. So we productized the core insurance operating system. It is an enterprise-grade solution, and we apply the most rigorous ISO security standard and license it to other insurance company. So we have Signal, starting from Hong Kong, but now is expanding in the region, and also a number of other insurers as well. So I think this is really our mission.
Great. Thank you, Alvin. I guess I just don't know how you can cope with this. You're running in a way two very distinctly different businesses at the same time. So I guess my hat to you. Now, I guess now that we have two actually very successful and just great InsurTech companies from Hong Kong, in which I believe both guys have been gaining a lot of traction from an investment standpoint. I want to quickly change gear back to Kareem again and ask you from your sort of managing director, the head of investment of the InsurTech venture hats. So can you share with us about what kind of, what are the characteristics of the companies that you guys are looking for when you make all these strategic investments? So Kareem, what do you?
Yeah. So at Intact, we have two funds now that we've launched, two corporate venture funds, 400 million Canadian in total capital. And since we launched 5 years ago, I've deployed 250 million globally across 19 investments. Now, I think our strategy, is key to understand, how we're thinking about venture as well. So we're really focused on long-term disruption to the property and casualty industry, as opposed to near-term innovation. Not that there's anything wrong with near-term innovation, we all need to innovate, but we can choose to partner or build with those organizations as opposed to having to deploy capital as needed. And when you think about long-term disruption in the industry, it's extremely difficult to disrupt the entire P&C stack, which is why when you take a look at the majority of our investments in our portfolio, these aren't exactly companies that are waking up every day thinking about insurance, right? We have investments in companies that are building autonomous vehicles in Silicon Valley. We have investments in companies that are, trying to do micro-location weather prediction. But we also have, I would say, 4 investments in InsurTech companies globally as well. Metromile in the United States, which is a pay-by-the-mile insurer. Minuto Seguros in Brazil, which is the first digital brokerage in Brazil. ACO in India, who we invested alongside with Amazon, as well as Snapsheet in the United States, that's retransforming the claims experience for customers as well. And I think the common characteristics that you can find in these 4 investments really is the market opportunity, first of all. Canada is a country of 35 million people. We're looking to, deploy our capital in larger markets where there's a potential to have a good market opportunity. The team is probably the first thing that we're looking at. I think all 4 companies have an amazing balance between technology forward thinkers, but also appreciating the core crux of insurance and making sure that they have insurance expertise as well. Too many times we found the wrong balance where they're far too much on the technology focus and don't even understand the basics of the industry, or insurance people trying to innovate from a tech perspective, and having a balance I found it is quite important as well. When we're taking a look at what the companies are doing, it's also important for us to understand if these companies can actually disrupt the market that they operate in. It may not be disruptive in terms of what we're doing in Canada, but is it disruptive in the market they operate in, either by product, by distribution, or by the customer experience? And oftentimes you take a look at many of these companies and you say, you know what, I can build that. Their value proposition is easy to replicate, but I think you need to take a look at what's actually happening under the covers a little bit and try to figure out if the model is actually replicable, or does the company actually have something that could be, quite special. An example would be ACO in India, where they're selling insurance online. They're a digital distributor, which is great. People could build a digital distributor insurer. They also have a network of 500 auto repair shops across India that they had signed up before they even started selling a policy. That's pretty difficult to do. They have distribution deals selling their policies through Amazon and Ola. That's pretty difficult to do. Any one of these components, perhaps you can replicate, but trying to get all of this together in the right mixture, I believe is hard to replicate. And those are the kinds of companies that we're looking to invest in, where we can learn from them, but we can also use our expertise as the top P&C insurer in Canada, where I can sit on the board, give advice to these companies, and help these guys become strong insurers or strong players in the insurance marketplace.
Wow, this is a great insight. In fact, I don't want to I guess, get too caught up in this. But this is such a great point that I just want to add a quick example. It's a company, I don't want to name names, but it's a payment infrastructure company. And to Kareem's point, they spend, I mean, I talked to the CEO a few times, they literally spend 4 to 5 years to build a lot of the foundation to create an enormous entry barrier. So a lot of people were telling the CEO that he was nuts to spend so much time without no revenue and just try to build the foundation. But now that he has it, now he's counting, the Tencent, the Alibaba, a lot of big boys are his clients. And now he's just like zooming up in growth, and a lot of people cannot compete with him just because of so much time he put in to build the foundation. So I think it's something that a lot of the aspiring entrepreneurs can learn from the great insights from Kareem when you're building out your InsurTech. Now, and other ventures. Now, with that, I just want to quickly change gear and sort of pick on brain from Kareem again, because obviously we love the fact that you've chosen Hong Kong. It's the first international expansion destination, and working at our favorite science park to do all these like cool AI stuff and so on. Now, can you share a little bit with us about of all places on the planet, so why you decided to choose Hong Kong, and then how is it playing out so far? Well, obviously, the past 2 years have been a bit interesting, in Hong Kong for those who have been living here for a long time. But just want to hear from you from a different perspective.
Excellent. So, King, I'm born and raised in Vancouver, first of all, so I feel like I'm very familiar with the Hong Kong culture growing up, which was a big advantage. But, our outperformance in Canada from an ROE perspective historically has been driven around our belief in data and data science. We've outperformed the industry in Canada by 700 basis points, and we attribute 300 of those basis points towards our belief in data and data science. So in Canada, we're fortunate, first of all, that Canada has probably been the global leader in AI research and development over the last 20 to 30 years. We've been able to build a team of 200 AI and data science experts over the last 3 years in Canada. We put 80 AI models in production, and we've been really fortunate to be able to attract and retain talent, because I think we're working on real AI problems. A lot of people are still talking about AI, but they're not really doing much with AI today. So, when we think about the next generation, though, the next 20, 30, 40 years, where do we think the cutting edge research is going to happen? I hope it's Canada, as a proud Canadian, but there's a lot to say that, particularly in mainland China, with the number of papers being published, with the amount of government funding happening, as well as the number of tech startups, that China, you probably want to be close to mainland China in terms of AI research and development for the next generation. But remember that it's our customers' data that we're utilizing in terms of building models and solutions. And for many reasons, from a data and IP protection perspective, I felt more comfortable coming to Hong Kong as opposed to going directly to mainland China. And the more time I spent in Hong Kong, I truly felt that, with the number of top ranked universities that Hong Kong has, the emerging FinTech and PropTech ecosystem, and some of the work that's happening at Cyberport as well as at the Hong Kong Science Park, this could really be an opportunity for us to capitalize and to do something special and open up a standalone lab here. So, we started operations in February. We're up to 23 people now. We've actually run out of office space, so we're actively looking for more space as well. But we're able to grow and develop, I think, quite strongly here in Hong Kong. And, we're here for the long term. And I think for me, looking at what's happened over the last 10 months that I've been living here as well, I hope that Hong Kong has a good opportunity to become a global leader, but they really need to start thinking about how they want to position themselves within the STEM field. I think Hong Kong, historically is about finance, but I think the future is not just about finance, it's about finance and STEM. And the more that we can get kids in high school thinking about artificial intelligence and science, the more that we can get universities to start dropping barriers between math departments and computer science and developing programs that actually work for these kids that are in these schools. Having companies like Intact, the Huawei's, the Fano Labs, the guys that are actually doing AI, providing good internships, I think it'll really help with the ecosystem here in Hong Kong, and longer term provide some good opportunities for all of us to really flourish in this field here.
Great. So thanks for sharing. And I can't, well, first of all, I haven't really got a chance to talk to Kareem in depth on this particular topic. but I agree that 200% we will set. In fact, my son is 16 years old, and I've been putting him in all sort of AI environments since age of 10. And this is the first summer that in a way I sort of like twist his arm to get him to do something as opposed to just watching Netflix at home. So that he started teaching AI to a bunch of primary school kids at the church this summer. And but by the way, the kids were like blank face with not much reaction. I think it's probably over the head, which is a start. So I totally hear you. It's something that we're working very hard to promote that AI environments. Of course, I think with you guys being here, the Sense Time, showing the way, all these AI developments that SensePark is pushing very hard. We are actually quite optimistic. And I do happen to know a number of the the founders of AI companies at SensePark. So I think they're doing great work. We just hope that we can continue to expand this circle. So again, thanks for that, Kareem. Now, I guess before we move on to the next session, I really want to have a last chance to hear from each of the four speakers. Again, to us, we would like to really get more traction and particularly B2B adoption of InsurTech by the major insurance companies. There are many of them, over 160 plus of them. The market is pretty sizable. These companies have deep pockets. So the market is there. Now, but then at the same time, when I talk to some of their innovation heads, head of digital and so on, they said that, well, we don't have as many choices in Hong Kong for us to choose from. So that's why we are not deploying our money yet. Now, so I guess perhaps I would like to start with Tony and then Kareem, Alvin, and then Thomas, to see, I'd like to hear from you, perhaps, let's say one advice that you can give to the government, to us, or to the private sector. So what do we need to do to basically, I guess, get more insurers to adopt InsurTech? If there's one thing you can advise us, what would that be? So maybe we can start with Tony.
Okay, thank you, Kings. So I must admit that the insurance sector start the InsurTech development late as compared with the banking sector. But we see an accelerated growth in the InsurTech adoption in the past 2 years. So in perhaps sometimes in some sense, there may be some kind of the advantage of being a bit slower at the very beginning, because we can tap on the success of the other financial sectors. So, but we need to recognize that the value change and the business nature of insurance sector is quite different from the other financial sector, like the banking and the capital markets. So I think the technology suitable for insurance company, we need to have some kind of solution to suit for the different value change of the insurance business, like the underwriting, like the claims processes. So these are very different from the other financial sector. So I would suggest those tech firms to adopt a holistic view of the insurance business in adopting the technology. So look at the needs of the underwriting, claims, customer services, payment frequency in order to assess the needs and operational efficiency as a whole.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Tony. Kareem, do you have any advice for us?
Sure. I think, from an insurer perspective, and us being one, I think it's really hard to change insurers' mindsets. And I don't think, any advice I can give is going to change that. I think at the end of the day, insurers need to appreciate where consumers are going. They need to understand that, you guys saw it in Asia post-SARS, the Western world is going to see it post-COVID. There aren't new trends emerging, but the existing trends are accelerating. And unless if you can actually better utilize technology to provide or meet the customer needs, regardless of whether you build, partner, or buy, you're going to be left behind. So I think insurers need to get out of their own mindset in terms of being able to develop these solutions. And from a regulatory perspective, my only advice would be move more away from being just rules-based to being principles-based. I think the more we can focus on principles as opposed to rules, I think we'll all be better off in trying to meet these customer needs.
Thank you. Now, again, I have to agree with you. In the past few years before COVID, a lot of insurance companies are making money hand over fist. I mean, the money is just pouring in from mainland China. But now with COVID, folks are somehow put in a kind of a uncomfortable position to have to rethink the option. So in a way, I see this as a silver lining. Now, so Alvin, you have any advice for us?
Yeah, well, I was thinking when Tony was talking about the twin focus of industry innovation and also consumer protection, I actually think there is a way that you can achieve both. And that is to set some industry standard. What is the industry standard of claim turnaround time, customer service turnaround time? Okay, let's say if claim payment, everyone has to settle down within a day or even 2 days. There's no choice, but you have to adopt InsurTech solutions. Or, well, then it's going to go step by step, 2 days, 1 day, and then over time, I think it's going to go down to 5 seconds. And this is what ultimately will benefit all consumers.
Yeah, I think sometimes we need some rules as opposed to, I guess, too free reign. I guess it's something that perhaps Tony and his colleague would take a look. If we can take that sort of less than laissez-faire approach to this, I think that is great advice. Now, Thomas, any thoughts?
For me, I would say in terms of insurance companies, yeah, just need to be more innovative, be open to test the different solutions, because actually I believe there are solutions, maybe not too many in Hong Kong, but you know, now the market is global, right? So you can also test solutions from other markets. So yes, Karim mentioned, I think insurance companies need to change their mindset a bit. Now it's not anymore about development of systems for months or years. Now you can really actually launch products within days. You can, you know, set up new platforms, new systems within days with the new technology. So I think insurance companies just need to test more, try more things, see what works for them, and learn and iterate and basically be more agile, and you know, so that they are not left behind. Yeah, as Karim mentioned, until it's too late. Yeah, I think they should really be more innovative. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Thomas. And again, I just want to express my sincere gratitude to all 4 speakers for taking the time and the sharing. Again, I learned something new. I know all of you, but then I mean, the things that you said today, I also learned something new for my own education. Now, and also I think for those of you who are in InsurTech and in earlier stages, now we got 4 great leaders for you to look up to and get to pick their brains. Again, they've done the hard work to basically chart the course. So now it's up to, I think, the upcoming entrepreneurs to basically fill a lot of the other gaps. Now, so I think I would like to quickly move on to the next session, which is to showcase some of the companies that participated in the startup competition, so that we have a few videos that we'd like to share. And again, so with that, perhaps I can just have one more thanks to all 4 speakers. And now perhaps I need some help from our tech team to start playing the video of each of the 7 contestants. You know, the first one, I hope that I don't mispronounce the name of the company. It's called Anlan, A-N-L-A-N. So the CEO and founder's name, Haibin Li. So with that, I guess I need some help from the tech team to start sharing the video.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Haibin Li, the founder of Anlan Technology. We are an InsurTech company focused on marine and shipping insurance. Behind me is our Life SaaS product, an online shipping risk management platform based on big data and a lot of machine learning algorithms. As we know, marine and shipping is a very traditional industry. For example, marine hull insurance has been using the same risk evaluation methodology for hundreds of years. But now we have built a platform that could give any ship a risk score based on our millions of ship data and their behavioral analysis. And our data not only include traditional GPS and AIS position signals and information, but also include a complementary record of historical operation data and management data. So currently we provide our SaaS application to Ping An Insurance for real-time underwriting assessment, as well as a real-time dynamic insurance pricing tool. By doing so, we help our clients to better select which ship to insure. In addition, we help those less experienced underwriters and salespeople to make the right judgment on pricing in 10 to 20 seconds. So they could quickly secure the business opportunity. So now we have more than 200 underwriters actively using our platform, and we have provided a risk score and pricing to more than 10,000 ships around the world. So the next step, we would like to add more applications to our platform for individual ships and for ship owners, for ship management companies during their insurance period. For example, for individual ship, we can provide an online ship repairing quotation. By comparing those shipyards around the ship, we could select the best price, the shortest distance, and the best recommendation shipyard for repair. We could also provide a rescue assistance and other third-party services on our platform. So at the end of the day, we make the insurance journey a better experience. So now we have our headquarters based in Shenzhen, and we have team in London, and hopefully we will set up our Hong Kong office very soon. So I will give you a demo about our products. So very quickly. So on our product, we could select any ship that generates a risk score in 10 to 20 seconds. And this map shows the green dots is all the ship around the world. And we can see a live hurricane over here as well. So if we zoom in, we could find any ship. For example, we can select one. And then here shows the ship basic information, and this is the risk score for this ship. And if we can click generate calculate risk score, it will probably take 10 to 15 seconds. And the risk score is evaluated in terms of 5 dimensions: the ship attributes, the ship management, and the environmental risk, and the crew risk. Let me see others, and accident risk. See, after 10 to 20 seconds, a risk score is generated, and then we could use this score to calculate pricing. So it will automatically fill in the insurance form, and depends on what product the ship is going to buy, and our pricing engine will calculate the premium in real time. And other functions, hopefully we will have a opportunity to face-to-face discuss our products, and hopefully we will come to Hong Kong soon to set up our office and to give more details about our products. And thank you very much. Bye.
Hi, so great that we just have the chance to see the great presentation from Annan. So with that, I just want to quickly introduce to you our second contestant. The name of the company is called Dowsure, and DOWSURE, and the CEO and founder is Brian Pei. So with that, I'd like to share with you the video from Dowsure. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Baron. I'm the founder and the CEO of Dowsure Technology. And today, I will give you a brief introduction of Dowsure. And Dowsure is a builder of cross-border e-commerce protection network. We focus on the cross-border e-commerce market. As you can see, this market is a very huge market. The market size last year was 2.3 trillion in global market, and the global insurance needs is 23 billion US dollars. And in China, the market size is 1.3 trillion US dollars, and the insurance needs is about 13 billion. And the market validation was done by Alibaba's Taobao Insurance. In 2018, the policy premium revenue has reached 1 billion US dollars, and over 30 million users has used this service. The pain point is there is long process to fulfill an order, and it's hard to trace because there is all kinds of partners in this area, and there is lack of trust. So there are risks everywhere. And we can provide all risk protection through one single stop services. In another word, is global protection local service. We can cover product, we can cover credit, we can cover shipping, cover clearance, and cover the service. Together with our global protection network partners such as insurer, reinsurer, service provider, and banks, we can provide these services through our technology platform, where we implement big data engine, claim applet, distribution applet, and on our blockchain network ECHAIN protocol. With the product engine and the risk management market, we can make the data reliable for insurance, sustainable and profitable by dynamic pricing, and is easily integrated everywhere. And all this capability can provide to the e-commerce, marketplace, seller, logistics, payment, and the buyers. So why Doshare? This business model could bring more orders to the sellers and the platforms. We can bring better services, better experience for buyer, bring more coverage, more orders for e-commerce. And this is a new market and a new opportunity for insurance industry. And here is our business model. We take commission on each policy premium. In the past years, we have reached 1 million US dollars revenue and covered 8 million users all over the world. And here is our team. We come from Ping An Insurance, IBM, and EY. Here is a showcase of our app and our SaaS platform. Here is a business case that we can cover the whole process that inbound China, it means sell from abroad to China. We can cover transfer to guarantee the product is genuine, the product quality, and the source guarantee. We can cover logistics issues, and we can cover the trust of customers' clearance for bond. And here is another business case that is outbound of China. It means sell from China to the customers all over the world. We can cover the logistics issue, the selling problem, for example, the protection for sellers to protect credit guarantee and lower their cost. And we provide extended warranty services for buyers. And we have over 500 partners all over the world, including insurer, marketplace, e-commerce platform, logistics, ERP, and the SaaS service providers and payment and the forwarder. And this is the introduction of Doshore. I hope you enjoyed. Wish to have more communication with you all. Thank you. Goodbye.
Great. So I hope that you enjoy the second sharing as much as I do. Now, with that, I just want to quickly introduce our third contestant, and the name of the company is Fineos, and the representative will be Praveen, Regional VP Asia. So with that, I hope you enjoy the sharing. Great. So again, I hope that you enjoyed the sharing from Phineas. And with that, I want to move to introduce the fourth contestant, and that is Galileo platform. And again, I got the privilege to talk to the team. Again, an amazing company. So I hope that you enjoyed the sharing. And the representative is actually the CEO and founder, Mark Wells. So with that, off to you with the video.
Galileo Platforms is a B2B InsurTech company. Our platform uses blockchain technology to connect the participants in the insurance ecosystem seamlessly and in real time. This includes insurers, distributors, banks, and medical providers for making claims. The platform enables each participant to operate independently but with a shared source of truth, eliminating the duplication of data. Digital distributors are independent of the insurer and their APIs. They have their own version of the truth against which they can process transactions and perform analytics. Insurers are trying to reach 2 markets in Asia. There are millions of people entering the addressable space for insurance products, yet insurers are struggling to reach them using their traditional distribution models and operating models. For mature markets in more developed insurance industry, the focus is on millennial-minded customers. These segments prefer direct purchase of insurance products through digital channels. They want straight-through processing and seamless integration to mobile apps. Our platform can either be the insurer's policy administration system or an agile front end for a legacy system. We support the complete business lifecycle from new business, customer onboarding, customer servicing, renewals, claims processing, commissions and payments. Most importantly, we've thought of new, more powerful ways to create policies. The complete product definition is shared on the blockchain, making updates instantly available to distributors and using the immutable ledger to control versions. Coverages and benefits are stored in tree structures, creating more dynamic products. Policies can be grouped into clusters. This is a more flexible way to create policies for families and group products. Coverage durations are independent of the policy. Coverages can start and be stopped over the life of the policy, facilitating incidental insurance. Premiums are calculated at a coverage level, making it easier for customers to opt in and opt out of different benefits. And automated claims triaging enables auto settlement of claims and provides granular information to claims assessors. But the solution is more than a blockchain. It's an enterprise-grade solution. This includes Reflector that acts as a local database for all your transactions and a user interface. Here we can see a claims processor using Reflector to process a claim that was uploaded by a customer through a mobile app. They don't need to check the coverages or the benefits, as this was done automatically by the claims triage. Their focus is on validating the documents and checking any issues identified during the triage. Galileo Platforms is led by 3 seasoned executives. We've been CEOs, CFOs, CIOs, CTOs in insurance companies. We understand the industry and its issues, and we've assembled a team of professionals to build our solution. Building a policy administration system takes time. Galileo Platforms is 4 years old. We've raised $2.5 million and currently raising a further $1 million. Our revenue model is based on taking a small percentage from every premium payment and every claim payout. We also earn service fees from implementations and annual subscription fees. Our fundraising is supporting the company until our book of business is generating sufficient transaction fees to sustain the company. And the platform is live and will go live to the public in the coming weeks. Singlife, a digital insurer from Singapore, is launching into the Philippine market. For this market, they will use our platform as their policy administration system. And Gcash, the Philippines' largest digital wallet, will be their first distributor. COVID-19 means insurers need to become increasingly digital, and Galileo Platforms is well positioned to support this change. I'm Mark Wales, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Galileo Platforms. Thank you for your time.
Great. Now that we are halfway, so up next, I'd like to introduce to you Hedge SPA, and the representative of the sharing will be from the founder and CEO, Mr. Bernard Lee. So up to you. Hope you enjoy.
HedgeSpa is an investment analytics platform with the goal of helping professional investors outperform. HedgeSpa offers a core investment platform on par with similar offerings from BlackRock. We utilize AI and big data to help asset managers select assets and construct portfolios that can produce up to 10% of alpha with no country or sector bias and no leverage. We are able to reduce volatilities from the 20s to the 10s and provide our solution for a more reasonable fee, and you can start with no integration. Most of our competitors' systems rely on upstream position feeds to generate daily P&L reports. However, their processes stop once any of these upstream position feeds are broken. Our system can help you with a robust native transaction engine to consolidate all your daily P&L reports with a single button, regardless of whether these upstream feeds are broken. We provide functionalities including portfolio rebalancing, asset selection, daily reporting, and scanning the web for all relevant news and data. All of this is available in one package with minimal to no integration. Our system has built-in data connectivity. We are partnering with the Swiss Exchange and other data providers for market, reference, and economic data. Our application has a JSON API engine that we use to build our application, so our API users can enjoy access to the same state-of-the-art functionalities while preserving branding on their existing investor portals. Our business model is as follows. We provide three main services. Firstly, bespoke implementations for large financial institutions. The second is setting up an API engine for private banks or advisors. Lastly, we have a terminal solution for mid-tier players. With independently verifiable investment performance of up to 10% alpha and volatility reduction, we have no problem in attracting users. Moreover, we are beginning partnerships with quite a large number of system integrators and data vendors such as the Swiss Exchange. Our main clients include external asset managers, family offices, insurers, and private banks located within Asia, mostly Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, China. We are in discussion to set up a module within the Swiss Exchange data terminal and set up a connector with the core banking system Avaloq. We offer a faster, better, and cheaper solution than our competitors, as we are both sophisticated yet affordable. We offer functionalities such as multi-asset analytics, tail risk models, and flexible deployment at the same, if not better quality than our competitors like BlackRock, but we do so at a lower fee. Our CEO, Dr. Bernard Lee, is an award-winning former managing director at BlackRock's portfolio management group in New York and a former finance professor. He won prestigious industry awards for enhancing BlackRock's Aladdin system with multi-asset functionalities. He came to Singapore to set up HedgeSpa with initial funding from the Singapore government. Our CTO is Dr. Chin Hock, who is an accomplished scientist and former market maker and trader.
Let us show you how our insurance users may benefit from our platform.
Welcome to the HedgeSpa Core Investment Platform. We use AI, big data, and cloud computing to automate the manufacturing of institutional portfolios. The HedgeSpa platform uses advanced fourth-order mathematics to manage investments. To give you a simple example of what our powerful analytics can do for your insurance companies, let's show you how to perform asset liability management for capital adequacy purposes. First, let's select a sample life insurance portfolio. Our users can customize the actuarial assumptions on the liability side, such as mortality and premium tables. We can import this information directly from a policy database. The system is capable of doing automatic rebalancing, including asset selection. We will rebalance our portfolio based on maximizing SCR ratio. Then we select a set of shocks to stress the portfolio based on regulatory requirements and run portfolio rebalancing. The system tells you the adjustments you need to make to your portfolio to lower capital requirement. Our analytics can rebalance a life insurance portfolio in trouble back to health within 2 quarters. If regulatory health is not an immediate concern, then most insurance CIOs want to hear about how to move their entire distribution of portfolio outcomes to the right by 50 to 100 basis points. This is an example of how we can do that with the powerful analytics tools on the HedgeSpa platform. The top part of this screen shows a calculation of where the trouble spots in your portfolio are. The bottom of the screen shows our sophisticated AI engine. The universe of each of the assets are the candidates for rebalancing. Back to the middle section. We have taken those potential buys and sells and create multiple scenarios that can incorporate Wall Street's research, your own in-house fundamental research, and your subjective probabilities of these scenarios. We then recommend a rebalancing strategy that can improve your portfolio outcome. HedgeSpa, sophisticated, fast, easy.
For further information, please visit us at hedgespa.com. Thank you.
Hi, okay, so isn't that great? Now, we are now really getting to the home stretch. We are now on to the sixth contestant. The name of the company is Ignotica, and the representative is Mr. Travis Callahan, the president and COO. So hope you enjoy. Hello, everyone. So now we are on to our last contestant. The company is Qbot Technology, and the representative is Ferry Yu, the PR manager. So hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Good day. I'm Ferry, the public relations manager of FinTechHK. It's my great honor to share our experience and solutions here today. As you can see, we focus on insurance robots. First of all, I want to introduce our founders of Qbot. CEO Mrs. Pang. She studied AI Algo and got her master's degree in Hong Kong. She started her career in insurance industry. However, a few years ago, she was back to AI field and established this company, FinTechHK, because she really knows what AI can do for insurance industry. CTO Mac. He's an excellent AI scientist. His Google Scholar citations has been cited more than 6,000 times. Thanks to him, Keyboard is able to use independent algorithm to build robots. In short, due to these two founders, Keyboard knows insurance well and is good at NLP technology. FinTechHK was founded in 2016 and is growing rapidly. Along this journey, FinTechHK has achieved a lot and earned many prominent clients. Now, in China, FinTechHK has the largest number of clients in terms of insurance robots, like RGA, China Life, and some insurance modes. Here, I want to highlight this insurance mode, Waterdrop. The number of its customers has been more than 600 million. And this huge number also benefits our robots. It helps our robots become more intelligent because the more data, the more intelligent robots will grow. Here, I will show what our robot can do. It has a name, Amy. Now, Amy's service has covered sales, customer service, underwriting, and claim, and other different scenarios. It can be a chatbot or a voice bot or a real-time assistance to customer service representative. She knows various insurance plans, including employee benefits, accident, medical, and life, and so on. She understands English, Mandarin, and Cantonese. And even you assign tasks to her, like plan promotion, underwriting task, and others, she will make it efficiently. Next, I want to show you a demo so that you will have a clear sense of what our robot can do. Here we go. It can be available in various channels such as website, app, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and other social networking services, offering service around the clock. Insurance companies are supposed to provide insurance plan brochures, service menus, and others instead of pairing, allowing, and burdensome FAQs. And 1 week, not 1 month, not 1/2 a year or even 1 year. Just 1 week is enough for Keyboard to build a robot like this one. So just 1 week, that will save lots of your time and your money. So why those insurance companies choose Keyboard? Because Keyboard focuses on insurance industry and is good at NLP. Especially, we don't need FAQs to build robots, and the robots can be ready in just 1 week. Based on SaaS, I hope we will go further into insurance robot solutions later. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Again, I really hope that you enjoyed the sharing from some very innovative InsurTechs. And actually, I've been in the insurance field for some time. A lot of people are talking about how boring the insurance industry can be. But then I think people should have a different mindset these days. Now we have a chance to look at some of the very innovative solutions that can literally change the way that the insurance industry is working. Now, actually, we've been very fortunate to have some great partners from Cyberport and Science Park. Our great friends, Charles Lam and Steve Wong and their teams, together with our great team, Max, Francesca. So essentially, we have a committee that have been going through the material from the contestants. So from this committee, they have been able to, in a very objective way, come up with the selection criteria. In the end, we do have the answer about who the winner is from the Hong Kong stop. So without further ado, the winner for the Hong Kong stop is Anand. Okay, so congratulations. And again, I really want to wish you the best of luck, because with the great platform offered by ITC DIA, this is representing the, I would say the gold standard of InsurTech around the world, across the 35 cities, in which this scope and exposure is fabulous. So by being the winner in the Hong Kong stop, that you'll be featured at the global finale that will be held on the 21st through the 23rd of September, in which you'll be seen by basically, around the world, more the major stakeholders in the InsurTech sector. So with that, I really wish the best of luck to the management team from Anand. Now, so now that we are really coming to a fabulous closing of these amazing events. So again, I just want to really express our gratitude to the hosts, ITC and DIA, for having us to be the partner for the Hong Kong stop. And I also want to thank our great friends at Cyberport, Charles Lam, and also Science Park and Steve Wong's team to help us to basically make this event possible. At the same time, I also want to thank our panelists, again, from Tony from Insurance Authority, to Kareem from Intact, Alvin from 1 Degree, and also Thomas from Cover Gold. Again, these guys have been great advocates of InsurTech in Hong Kong. And without them, I think we would not be able to get to where we are today. So I just want to, again, thank you, all of you, for your patience and to be with us for the past hour and a half. And I hope that you're able to take away something that useful for your own business. So with that, I want to wish you all best of health and best of luck. And also now I just want to announce that the networking session is open. So you already registered the platform, so you can just go to the main page and click on the networking tab. You'll be able to join the other peers and to have further virtual networking. So with that, I just want to wish you all best of luck and hope that we can see you again soon. Okay, take care.